Hi, we're at Parachute 2014 and I have Tigertown with me. Everybody, Tigertown! You seem to attract quite a lively crowd, Tigertown. Now, you guys are a bit like the Kardashians, right? There's like all these like connections and families. Alexi, starting with you, tell me how you're all sort of connected.
Okay, my name is Alexi and I play keyboards.
Right.
This is my brother Chris. He sings and plays guitar, and that's my sister Elodie who plays bass. And then my brother's wife is Charlie, and she also sings and plays guitar. And her brother is Kurt, and he plays drums.
Wow. I want to know what happened first, the music or the romance? Which?
I'm going to say the romance happened. I met Charlie, and we were in different bands at the time. Our own bands, and we were sort of in that, we were a bit jaded and whatever. And when we met, we started writing music, and then we got married, and then we started Tigertown. I
was kind of imagining something way more dramatic. I was like, it's either me or the band. And then she'd go, no, well, let's combine the band. And then you went, wow, that's a brilliant idea.
It was a little bit like that, because I was touring a lot when I met her, and it was like I was always away, and I was like, oh, if we get married, this is going to suck. And so we made a band where we're both in it, and now we go away together.
So is it a case of you just happen to be both from very musical families, or did the others kind of not get a choice?
We were lucky that we're in musical families, but I don't know, like, Alexi hadn't ever really played the piano before. I asked him, and Elodie had sort of put her bass away, and so they
I hadn't played it for about 6 years or something.
Wow.
When I picked it up. But no, we all just kind of fell into it accidentally. So I remember being at home, we were living at the same place at the same time, and they were having a conversation trying to find a bass player and who they're going to get, and I was just kind of sitting there, and I think, and then Chris goes, Elodie can play bass.
And Charlie went, no, she can't, she's a girl.
Really?
And then same thing with Alexi, we had another keyboard player and he couldn't do a few shows, and then we just asked him. So
that's exciting.
It was kind of accidental.
Now, how did you get to the genre that you all agree on? Because in our house, we're like completely different in our family. So how did you get to that point, Chris?
Well, I think when Charlie and I started writing the songs, we didn't really care what anyone else thought, and so that was just the genre, and it's sort of just...
Is that a genre? I don't care what anyone else thought?
Yeah.
Because that's a good name for a genre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the I under indie pop rock. I don't care what anyone else thought.
Okay, so so you did that, and then when you brought the others in, did that change the perspective at all, or the?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Well, because it was, I mean, Charlie's brother Kurt was there as well. Like, he's played with her forever. So he's got a big influence as well, and then it was sort of that sort of home bedroom sound, because that's where we record all our stuff. Yeah. And then when we had 5 of us, it sounded like a real band all of a sudden. So it sort of became a bit more bandy.
And I have to, like a rock band, a family band, but not like the Osmonds or the Jacksons, or no.
We wish. We would like to be like the Jacksons.
We'll be like the Jacksons. A lot like the Jacksons.
Because it's quite an interesting thing. Was there a point that you suddenly did it all together and you went, wow, this is actually working? Like, there was this moment of going, wow, it's actually cool?
Yeah. I think it wasn't until we were on stage that we realised that we'd just created a family band as well. Because it was a last minute thing when Alexi got up and we were all there and doing a sound check, and we went, oh, we're all related now.
That's so exciting.
I actually remember we played, it was in the really early days, and we played a show, I think it was down in Tasmania, and I always remember Chris just turning around, we're about to play, and he's like, looks around and goes, how did this happen?
And God's going, I had this all along.
Yeah, seriously.
Fell into my plan.
Yeah. We had no idea.
Now, I'm fascinated because your music's also very melodic, and I really like it, because it's kind of like, I like melodic music, and I'm not a big fan of like, so I'm just really interested in how you get that sound, because especially when you've got a big band, it's almost a sound that you'd expect from someone who's a singer-songwriter, in that the lyrics and the melody carry really well, but then you've got all the stuff underneath. Like, is that something you've worked at, or is it natural, or,
I think the way we write the songs is like a singer-songwriter. So me and Charlie will always start on the guitar, and it's about the melody and things. And then when you get all your brothers and sisters involved, all that stuff just happens.
So it's like a black and white, and then they colour it in?
Yes.
Perfect. Now the name, we have to know, because someone said to me, is there a place called Tigertown? They actually asked me that, so.
Well,
there is.
Not technically, but there is.
I think in America, according to Twitter,
Texas.
there's lots of tweets, when we're feeling narcissistic, we'll look up Tigertown. What are people saying about Tigertown? And we'll find there's in America there's a college, I think in Detroit, and they've got the Tigers that play
baseball. I thought it was we were talking about baseball.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, baseball. You know, it's something they play in America.
They're very
and then,
passionate
anyway,
about
so they call that area and that college Tigertown.
Wow.
But I don't think there is actual Tigertown.
Would it be really cool if you guys went there and played a concert?
Seriously.
I mean, hey.
I know, I want them to ask us, but they haven't yet.
Have you? Oh, really? That'd be awesome.
I don't think they know we exist.
There's some sort of slogan they always say.
Oh, really?
Tigertown bound or something like that. We want to try and steal it and intertwine it into
We could make a lot of money out of it. Now I'm interested, you guys are setting up a Winter Wonderland sort of fest thing or something. Now I hear the word Winter Wonderland, I like you guys, Southern Hemisphere, I get really excited because I don't get to see. How did that, what's the deal with that? So I'm very excited about that.
We actually did it last year in an Australian festival, because we a lot of our songs, especially on our previous EP, has come from a lot of like stories, like kids stories that we liked, and there's a song that's come straight out of it, like a Narnia inspired thing. And so we just, it was with the organizer of this festival, it was like, imagine if we could get all the sort of magical things as well as the songs. And so so we made it snow.
Made it
Stuff like that. Yeah,
that's kind of cool because that's exciting here at Parachute. You can be doing something like that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether it comes off.
I think the credit will all go to Parachute.
Yeah, they've been working really hard, the Parachute guys.
We couldn't fly with snow machines.
Yeah.
Now, I've known a lot of bands, and obviously touring brings out the best and worst in people. What's it like when you add the family dynamic and marriage and all that? Is there someone who's always like the mother that like makes everyone happy and brings the peace, or?
I would say Alexi, yeah.
Really?
Lexi's the mother.
Hey, Alexi, you're the keep everyone calm.
Alexi's always, he's always the one in between everything, trying to make everyone feel good. And
who's the brat in the gang? Like, who does the naughtiest stuff?
My brother-in-law.
Yeah,
Kurt.
he's not.
Kurt's the brat. He's the drummer. Yeah.
It's fascinating that everyone always just when you mention the brat, the whole band knows exactly. It's just like that, whatever. But do you have disagreements on tour? Do you like really?
Yeah. I reckon every band does.
Yes.
And every family does.
And every family does. But the good thing about the family part of it is that it's hard and fast arguing. So if there's something to work out, we all yell at each other and hate each other, and then like 5 minutes later it's worked out. You know?
It's kind of like
because we've been doing it since we were kids.
Yeah, because you kind of know you can have the argument, but you actually know that you still love the person.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to leave the band.
That's right.
Because you have to
leave
the family, which is like, how do the parents feel about all this stuff?
Our parents are really excited because we never played together before Tigertown.
Except at Elodie's birthday party.
My 12th birthday party.
12th.
The three of us performed at my own birthday party.
Okay.
Yeah, so now our parents get to see us
and that was one show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, I just want to know one more thing from you guys. Where would you like to see yourselves in 5 years? What is the goal, the dream, that you all talk about?
A big part of our dream is to make an album, because we've made a lot of EPs and we're starting that this year. We're going to be recording our album, so that's going to be a big tick, made an album, our first album.
Yeah.
And then hopefully people like it so we can keep making albums.
So still making music.
And visiting Tigertown.
Yeah.
And playing in Tigertown is another
Tigertown.
massive box to tick.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. It's been awesome to see you guys at festival. We had a wonderful time with you guys today. Well done. And you guys are going to be in Auckland as well, which is exciting, doing another concert there.
On Tuesday, we're playing at the Wine Cellar with Tom Lark, who's one of I think he's our favourite New Zealand artist.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Tigertown, everyone.